So around 7 p.m. I got the urge to do some journaling. Okay. And lately I've been called to just journal every time I have a feeling, or just a thought in my head and it's heavy, or I just know that it's like going too far in my head. I be like, write it down. So I've been doing that like this whole month of December. Every time I get a feeling in my mind, in my heart, a thought, whatever, I write it out, because I be like, it'll help me get it out more and figure out what I can do to help myself get out of this, So I'm writing I wrote this whole page. I'm writing, and I'm realizing that the cycle that I thought I broke, I didn't break. All I did was change. It's like you thought you switched the movie up, but no. All you did was switch the character names and the setting of the scenes. Like, that's all you did, but it's still the same movie, it's the same book, and it's still about the same thing. I've been doing the same things, just with different people. Right here I wrote, I'm still in the same cycle with just different places, spaces, and coping tools. Like, and it's crazy but like I said, I was able to write it out. And if I didn't start writing this, I would have never realized that. And at the top I wrote, I didn't break the cycle, I just changed the character names and settings. So that led me to then, what's your cup? You wanna lay back down? So then I ended up writing these, what contributed to returning to back to the cycle. And I knew I was in something because I just been in the funk. I just been down lately. I just been emotionally drained, physically drained, and not being really productive the way I want to be, the way that I need to be. And I wrote down 4 things that contributed. Well, it's supposed to be 4. I could have sworn that I wrote down like my outer world. I don't know if that was in a dream or something, but I know I said something about that somewhere in my life from yesterday to today, or whatever. I wrote down attachment, emotions, and bad habits. Those are the things that contributed to me returning back to this fucking cursed ass cycle that I be in, that everybody in my family damn near be in. As I wrote those down, I wrote down key points like, what am I attached to? What type of emotions do I be feeling? And what bad habits? What are the actual habits? And then I went into writing down for each one, attachment, emotion, and bad habits. Like, just writing out, like, why do I feel attached to these things? And why are my emotions this way? And what bad habits do I have? And why? And I was basically calling myself out. And I realized that I needed to do that instead of like giving myself excuses or giving myself like leeway because it's myself talking to myself. But like, no, I needed to call myself out and actually be real with myself to myself. So then I wrote this little web, and I was like, my current me's reality, right? I wrote excuses. I feel like I'm constantly around people that gossip, which is projection because I be doing the same shit. Self-doubt, lack of control, feeling helpless. I feel like I can't be myself. Negative thoughts and perspectives, not productive. Too much social media, don't meditate enough. I really have bad coping skills. But this is just what I've been doing. I've been focused on this. I woke up today. What did I do? Okay, I wrote what to do to break these cycles. So for attachment, emotions, and bad habits, I wrote down for attachments, no social media for a month. Get a healthy relationship with money, as in understanding why I even have a bad relationship with money in the first place. Be more disciplined and know why I even want to be disciplined in the first place. With emotions, being honest, meditating, always talking to God, being consistent with my routines, daily healing practices, and more stuff with bad habits. I say get self-control. If you want better, bitch, do better. Trust and believe in myself and the higher power, the higher beings, you know, God. Be more present and intentional, and think before speaking. Like, before I speak this shit out into the world for myself, do I really want this shit to pop up? Do I really want this shit to come back to me? Before I open my mouth and gossip about somebody, do I really want to have to be around this? Do I really want this to come back to me and I have to hear somebody else gossiping? No, because I hate having to hear people gossip. I hate hearing people complain. But I'll turn around and do the same thing. Like, what? Okay. Oh, yeah, see? I got outer world right here. Basically, I observe more than speaking. See how it reflects in me to fix it. Because you know how your outer... My hands is so... You know how your outer world basically is a reflection of you. So if I don't like something about my outer world, I need to look at it and see what about me is in this shit, because I'm not fucking with this shit. So that means it gotta be something within me that I need to fix, so I don't gotta experience this shit no more, because I'm tired of experiencing this shit. You feel me? And put time back into myself. All the time spent on social media, all the time spent watching other people's videos, all the time spent thinking about other people, all the time spent praying for other motherfuckers, all the time spent just putting time into other people and myself. Put it back into myself. If y'all want me to go into more depth about this, because as soon as I did this, I felt 100 times better. Like, I was already like fixing the funk that I was in and getting up out of a sinkhole of depression before I was able to even get sunk in there for real. So I think it's just about being real with yourself, pretty much. That's basically what it is, being real with yourself and allowing yourself to really understand what you're feeling. I think writing stuff out as soon as you feel it, because even if I'm not by a book, I'll do it in my notes on my phone, or you know, something. Write it in a message to yourself though. Don't be writing messages and mess around sending it to somebody. But yeah, because once you write it out or even talk it out, it's like, okay, now I'm understanding, and then you be like, okay, this why I'm doing this shit for real, because, or this why my life looks like this, because this the bullshit that I've been doing to my fucking self, you know? And you don't even be realizing it, because you just be living, moving, not even... People, we don't live in the moment as much as we should. And I just seen a quote too, like, we thinking more than we living. Like, what the fuck? Like, allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and write out what you're feeling, and you're gonna get the answer. Especially if every time I do write, my intention is to get some clarity for something, so understand some shit for what the fuck it is. Like, I want the truth. I want the truth from myself to myself, because I'm trying to heal and I'm trying to prosper and move past the shit that I'm used to. Bro, yeah, it's basically shadow work though. Have you ever heard of shadow work? I feel like my life is shadow work. I feel like shadow work comes as you go. Shadow work comes as you level up, because you can't level up unless you heal in certain parts that you need to heal from before you're able to get to that level. You feel me? Like, you have to have a certain mindset. You have to be able to look at things from different perspectives to be able to live a certain reality. You can't be a negative thinking person and think that positive things are going to come into your life. You cannot be a procrastinator and think things are just going to overflow into your life without you doing a thing to make it happen. So yeah, may peace be upon y'all today. Please let it be upon y'all.